Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Andromeda Adventures. Our wonderful Frosty is still away dealing with the aftermath of her surgery, but we wish her well, and hopefully we will be back quite soon with your regularly scheduled Indara of getting eaten by dragons and or other fun activities. Having said that, today we shall continue the epic adventure of 4 Bards in Hell, and if it turns out we need more time, I'm sure we could make this a 4-parter. I know Kira doesn't believe in us, but we can stall so hard. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to our wonderful Kira after thanking all our Patreons and producers. I will not thank myself. That is catch. Kira, please take it away.
Why, thank you so much, Nick. I think it's physically impossible to turn this into a 4-shot. Not that that is a challenge that I expect every.
Said that last time.
You did say that last time.
It was a technicality. It was a technicality. We'll talk about it at the end once this is over in the mini.
I'm reasonably sure either we finish this or we're all dead.
I mean, yes, maybe just. Yeah, fair. It's gonna turn into like one of those survival horror alien games with a timer that's like ticking down and you have to solve it by a certain time. There's a way to amp the tension up. But hi everybody, welcome back. I am actually very happy that we got to turn this into a 3-parter just because of how much fun that everybody has had with it. I've had a great time GMing this and just seeing all the awesome bards that these wonderful players have been brought to life. I've really enjoyed seeing the community's reaction from people in chat to just our community in general, and Mort, of course, one of our super fans. You can go check out our YouTube for an amazing YouTube short with Mort's comments that James threw together, and it is a wonderful piece of work. Thank you, James. Thank you, Mort, for those lovely comments. But tonight we're we're gonna finish this thing.
That was obvious.
And with a very epic conclusion, knowing these players. So just to get you caught up to speed, if you're joining us fresh tonight, or say you've watched the first 2 halves and you're here tonight, or you're catching up on YouTube, or one of the many different circumstances you could be watching this under, just for a quick reminder, we are running a wonderful one-shot that I can't recommend, 1-shot, 3-shot, whatever. We're running a wonderful adventure called Like a Bard Outta Hell by Winghorn Press. And this probably isn't the only shout out I'm going to give them tonight, but they deserve it. If you're looking for fun one-shots to play, look up Winghorn Press. You can buy their stuff on DriveThruRPG, DM's Guild, or directly from their website. It's all the same price. It's usually a couple dollars. They have written the multi-award winning, universally loved adventure Wild Sheep Chase, Deadly Potion, and Hounds of, can't remember the last part of it. Bard Outta Hell, a whole bunch of really good ones. And the quality of their one-shots is truly just, I think they probably are my favorite one-shots I've ever played, favorite adventures I've ever played. So tonight we're finishing up Like a Bard Outta Hell, which is a simple concept where you have a party full of bards from different parts of the multiverse. In this case, they're all from Faerun. And at some point in their illustrious careers as bards, they signed a deal with a rather shady individual. It doesn't have to be your, standard, I just want more talent sort of deal. It could be a lot of different things. We don't know what it is for each one of our bards. But what we do know is at the beginning of this adventure, their time came due with their contract, and they were all called down to the Tower of Song and the 6th level of Hell in Avernus. And they met Emmanuel Defunk, who is the proprietor of the House of Song, the Tower of Song. And Emmanuel told them all that they have to fulfill their end of the contract. And most of them didn't even really truly remember meeting this man. They knew they signed the contract, but the details were a bit fuzzy. And he cleared that up for them and let them know what they needed to do was to play 7 shows here in the Tower of Song for the many patrons from all the different planes. And once they were done with their performances, they could return to anywhere they want on their home plane. Not too bad of a deal, especially one with someone shady as Emmanuel. But they came to find out that that wasn't the full case. That wasn't the full details. There was some stuff that was cleverly left out. And what they found out was every performance that they did on that stage in the Tower of Song was going to slowly drain them of their talent. Whatever makes them uniquely a bard, uniquely capable, unique to their performance, by the time they finish those 7 productions, they would lose everything and not be able to be a bard anymore, do what probably brings them and a lot of other people joy. So the first two halves of our adventure were them trying to escape Emmanuel's clutches, find the contracts that they signed so long ago, and escape this otherworldly place. And they've made great progress with that. They've encountered some really scary soul dolls that seem to house the talent of musicians that came here, bards and musicians that came here before them. They met a poor bard that has been trapped here for some time, trying to get her talent back, Talius with one. And they also encountered an angel last time that Emmanuel has kept captive for kind of murky reasons. We don't really know. We know that he likes her music, but he's kept her captive for some times. And that's where we left off. They were trying to figure out how to free this angel from her astral chains in the room that Emmanuel has bound her in. And they were coming up with a variety of wonderful plans, including kicking his ass. And that's where we pick up tonight in Emmanuel's spare bedroom in the Tower of Song, right across the hall from his now trashed office. Everyone is in the room with Sion, the angel, angel of Miliel, a goddess of beauty and song. And you were all formulating plans. The last time that we were here, you were specifically formulating a plan to have Nurpo, played by James, to, considering that they're still in their little like kitchen waiter disguise, imp waiter disguise from earlier, that they could go out onto the floor, find Emmanuel and do something along the lines of informing him that the duet that he's always wanted to play with Sion, that she's always declined, she's ready to. She wrote a new piece of music. She had a change of heart. Come on, she wants you to come play this with her, lure him into the room, and then jump him and get him to reveal to them how to free Sion, and then hopefully also hand over the key to the portal room that they discovered. So that's where we will pick up tonight with our wonderful bards and see what chaos they unleash.
On the subject of what our god has just conveyed to us, I know it's only been like 5 seconds, but it feels like it's been a week. And in that time, I did a little bit of thinking. And, well, I have an idea. You know how Emmanuel said that there was a password, a name he dared never speak again, and we assumed was the safe. But what if it unshackles this spectral chain binding this seraphim into these scullery hell halls? I'm gonna lean down and just I don't know how this works. So a couple of names we came up with. Emmanuel Reverse. I don't know how to pronounce that.
I'd assume that you'd have to say it for it to work, though.
No.
You know what might help with you saying that, actually, would be a glass of water.
Oh, because we have a hydrate?
We have a hydrate, thanking to Salty Shroomer, who both subscribed and also immediately hit us with a hydrate.
Oh, well, thank you for the hydrate and for subscribing.
I don't have a hydrate.
I'll get some water. But before I do, Damien's gonna say, for some reason, I feel like that this should have occurred to me before, given the significance of this name for a certain author who I admire. I'm gonna try to say just so I don't know how to pronounce Emmanuel backwards. Belial. Does nothing happen?
Nothing happens.
Ophelia.
The astral chain vanishes.
Worked.
Really good thing I had those 6 seconds to consider what we were doing here. And to be ashamed that I didn't think to use a Shakespearean name to open a chain of a damsel in distress, a star-crossed lover bound in the hells. Sorry, I was just enjoying the dramatic moment.
Oh, that's his sister's name, right?
It is sisters.
She doesn't seem to like him much. I assumed it was mutual.
That makes sense. I
Also,
wouldn't have thought of that.
It is a girl who drowned due to flowers and things. Very sad. You should read.
His sister drowned?
No. A different girl who had same name. I'm sorry. I'm very sad.
Should we still kill him?
If you look around, you'll find Nopo's nowhere near you.
I think we should still destroy him.
I believe you.
Something would D.
No.
To destroy him.
It certainly would, but just now,
Well,
well,
we can
Sion
have her
can
help.
move around more. Well, she could already help, but
Did
she can.
Nurpo actually laugh?
And
Yes,
she
did
can
we-
leave.
Nurpo has gone.
Because I did want to say something before Nurpo left.
Nurpo
I
left
think Nurpo
before the
left
end
it.
of last episode.
It's
I know, but it was kind of
Okay, yes.
so
there, so I wasn't sure.
important that she can leave now.
Well, can she
Yes,
get?
it is.
Can you get out of the hells yourself? By the way,
It's a little complicated. I just can't magic my way out due to a lot of different things.
She can
Basically,
come
the
with us.
I can come with you. If there's an established portal or a teleport spell cast by someone else, yes, but my powers are restricted here by the Lords of Hell.
there is a portal. We did find it. We do need a fork, a special one, not just a random fork that you would use to, eat, but a tuning
The,
fork and a
the
magic bag.
tuning fork that I told you about?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes,
a
that
lot
one.
just happened, and I'm trying to remember things, and also the audience may not know what we're talking about. And this is called
Sure, you're doing it for the
Position.
audience.
it's something actors do when people in the audience don't know things.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's
You're just positioning to yourselves.
Yes. Yes.
It's
yes.
called
I
monologuing. It's
believe
one
you.
of the most popular things in theater. I think it's funny.
Revjack, you have about minus 30 seconds to stop Nurpo.
Revjack will step out how I go, Nurpo.
Huh?
Damien had a moment of clarity and has freed the angel.
How?
I think we will still kill the devil demon.
Yes. Still need the Still need the tuning fork.
But I wish to cast a spell
Ooh.
upon your return before he gets here.
Upon
So-
my
so
return, but
when-
before he gets it, do I have to
Yes.
run ahead of him?
No, like if you enter the hallway and announce loudly, like, "Oh, I'm going this way, my lord," or something. So I hear you
Uh,
can cast the spell.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to cast it now because it will probably go away by the time you come back.
Yeah. Okay. So you right, you
I
want
want
you
you
want
to announce your presence when you lead him into the hallway.
you want to get a jump on the initiative. Got it. Yeah.
That's a very meta way to say what what we're doing.
That's just what he's striking while the iron's hot. Or before it's hot.
Thank you, Nurpo.
That's better.
Wants to surprise him.
Well, it's the
Roundly.
heroism spell. It will grant us all strength in the fight ahead.
Oh,
Well, except for Nurpo, he won't be here for me to cast it on. The rest of us.
speaking of
Oh.
which, I would like to give out all those inspirations from how badly we've been messing up. So hey, everybody, while we're here, I'll turn to Sion and, well, not Nurpo because he's already gone.
No,
And
I'm here. I
Revjack,
came back. Revjack called me. Hi.
Oh, I'm sorry. So
if-
to all of you
If I
who
may,
die here, it will be the best story ever.
if I may,
Go on.
I believe my heroic deeds,
Hmm.
the heroic deeds I expect us to come, will give me a greater in combat inspiration. I'll be able to hit
okay.
harder with my
You-
inspiration. So I'd like
you
to wish to
wanna
grant
be-
that to myself.
Revjack.
You want to inspire yourself?
I want to inspire myself and perhaps as well Alwyn, because he has shown some prowess
He likes to
in
stab.
hand-to-hand fighting.
Hmm.
Question for you, Revjack.
Yes.
Let's say I can make you bigger. Would you
Is
want
that a
that?
euphemism?
No.
Is there space for me to become bigger in this room? It's a small room.
Big enough.
I could probably block the doorway.
That would be very helpful.
Ooh, we could trap him in the room if we can lead him into the room and become big behind him. Watch, what's so funny? I'll become enlarged when I'm standing behind him.
All right.
Rather-
I'm hearing you.
Damien, I don't understand. Am I saying something funny?
No.
Revjack.
No, it's perfectly normal and natural what you're saying. It's fine. It's fine.
Revjack, I hear what
It's
you're
very
saying.
natural.
Would you want to be bigger when you're behind him?
Yes, I will feel myself becoming pumped with vital energy.
I heard people had a pump for that.
And my erect back
Say something.
as I stand behind him. Yes, I think that would be very useful.
I have a spell that will make you larger than you currently are.
Yes, I understand. It's usually desirable to be larger. Yes,
Typically, yes.
yes, yes. Some say otherwise, but I do think that's probably beneficial.
I am so
All right.
sorry.
Well, once
everyone.
Nerpo announces that they're on the way, I'll make you larger. Or actually, do I wait till he comes in?
Sorry.
I'll probably wait.
Yes. If you wish to cast the enlarge spell on me after he enters the room, and I will use my increased girth to trap him.
You'll trap him with your increased.
We were almost out of it. We were almost out of it.
Bringing it back, people.
I
Sounds like a plan, Rebjack.
only the highest quality entertainment at Andromeda Adventures.
That's what I wanted to do.
So, am I going to get him?
Go on,
Are
little
we all
man.
sorted?
Yes.
We know the plan?
Yes, I think we're squared away.
Okay.
I'm still giving a bardic inspiration to see on it and myself.
I give a bardic inspiration to Alwyn and myself. And Alwyn, you can use it to increase the damage you do in an attack.
Yo.
And Damien, you were going to... I still have this mote that's popping.
Because Alwyn, you and I will stand together.
There's a little blue note that's kind of flying around Nerpo.
I still believe that we should all be inspired by the tragic tale we are about to weave of four bards who wanted to be the best performers in the world and died in the tower, or escaped in the Tower of Song.
I didn't want to be the best performer. I just wanted some coin.
Who wanted
To inspire others for heroism.
Fine.
Great
Who wanted to be all the best performers in the world, to get some coin, to inspire others to great deeds, or to make cry at funerals because they just relish the sight of grief. Not that anybody here likes that. Just all having tried to do that and failed so miserably in trying to escape because there was an angelic hostage. It's a tragic tale of hubris. Or we could win. Either one is inspiring.
We
you
failed
one of
because
those-
of the angel.
Are you one of those bards that like write books and you're hoping to write a book and get famous off this?
No. I actually think it would be, well, no.
This would be quite a gripping tale.
It would be quite a ripping tale, yes, but
I
But the-
only tell oral stories, oral histories. To be fair, that was innuendo. It's just in the context of the conversation.
I know what you did there.
It's a scald tradition.
Anyway,
They're all orals stories.
Nerpo.
yeah,
Nerpo,
I'm going.
I'll die laughing.
Hey, good.
This is
Try
like
not to
20
be in the heat when I get back.
Damn.
Once that mindset gets in there, everything sounds sturdy.
Nerpo, what you doing?
So I had set the automaton version, to like the exoskeleton of all of my
You
instruments.
stepped out of you stepped out of it and like kind of just left it in the room.
Well, I'd actually given the instruction to head. Where is it going to go? Down here. And the instruction I'd given it was to make a shit ton of noise when I called for reinforcements.
Okay. And you're putting it down in the instrument room
Yeah.
by his office. Okay.
Down in the instrument room.
So actually like in it, hidden from sight.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just outside the corridor.
Okay. Perfect. So then, yeah, you send your wonderfully crafted exoskeleton with all the different musical instruments on it that you can kind of play at the same time with your special talents, and it can operate somewhat on its own. So you send that down there, and it clanks and makes some noise as it goes, but it's not actively playing, so shouldn't draw anyone's attention. But you send that down there and get it into position. And are you just stepping out onto the ballroom? Or are you going to try and scout through the door first? What's your plan?
No, I've still got my disguise up. I'm gonna step out into the ballroom.
Okay, so you step out into the ballroom, and it's still the bustling scene that you saw before last time that you crossed over it. There was a change out on stage at some point, so you don't see any immediate signs that what happened in the doll room. You don't see any immediate signs that your chaos and carnage that you caused in the the room full of soul dolls has been discovered yet. The soul dolls that you saw on stage previously aren't there anymore, but you do see a trio of very young looking gnomes up there that it looks like they're doing some kind of a comedy, possibly comedy magic act right now. No music, nothing like that, but they have a big crowd. In fact, most of the room has shifted forward and are kind of crowding around the stage to see these amazing feats that these three gnomes are pulling off. And you have to squint and look around to see if you can find Emmanuel. So just do a perception check for me.
Whoops. This is when I remember that my character sheet is actually in D&D Beyond. Whoops. And I had not signed in yet. Perception, there it is. Did that come through?
It did. Ooh, 21 perception. So you scan around the room and it takes you a good couple minutes. So we're going to say about in the range of like 4 to 5 minutes of, easy enough for you to blend in, look around, and then you notice two bearded devils in those very fine suits from when you were originally in Emmanuel's office, and that leads your eye down to Emmanuel, who's much shorter than them, but you pick out the back of his head, his horns, and kind of the fine white collar on his outfit that he was last in when you saw him. So you see where he is. It looks like he's got two bearded devils and one other Cambion with him that you don't recognize, and he seems to be engaged in conversation with some other individuals at a table and is actually sitting down. So you know where he is, and he's in the thick of that crowd.
He's in the thick of the crowd. Yeah, I'm just gonna head on over to him.
Okay, no one's going to question you, and in fact, you kind of have to do some dodging here and there to make sure that you don't get stepped on or shoved out of the way. People in general in this establishment don't treat the servants that kindly, and right now they are extra drunk, extra fed, and enjoying a particularly to them hilarious show. But you eventually weave and bob and duck and get over to where he is, and he doesn't turn to you, nor do any of the bards, but many of his guards, not bards, but you slip up to him if you'd like to say something.
Master, Master.
Hesitates and looks down with just a who the do you think you are sort of look.
Ha! Sorry to trouble you. I bring a message from Sion.
Oh, really? What does Sion say?
I was taking food to the guests as instructed by Chef, and went into her room, and she had delightfully finished a new piece of music. She's extremely proud of it. and thinks that this might finally finally be the right piece for a duet.
I see. And who are you again? You said Chef sent you to Sion's room.
Just no, to Sion's room.
Does the displacer beast have your tongue or something? What's with the coughing imp?
Spicy back of throat.
Ah, I didn't realize the help got to eat the dishes.
I confess I shouldn't have. Sorry, master.
It seems like it. So you say that you spoke to my angel and she wishes to perform this new piece of music with me?
She was very pleased with the coincidence that I came along.
It does seem like a lovely little coincidence, doesn't it? Roll a deception check as you're talking to him.
Still
13.
inspired. Remember? You're
Yeah,
still
I am still inspired. Which is what, a D8 on top?
Yeah. Yep.
Good call out. Good call out. Really easy to forget that bardic inspiration.
13, 14, 15.
Okay, 15 on the deception check. And so he looks down, glances up at the stage, looks at his guards, and is just drumming his fingers on the table. And then leans back and looks up at one of the bearded devils. Do you speak Infernal by chance? Does Nerpo have Infernal? I assume not. But I'm
Nope.
checking. Okay. So you just hear him lean back and in his voice, in his sultry, deep voice, speak a couple words in Infernal, and you see the half devil kind of look around the room, alert, and then he peels off in the direction of the kitchen. And then he looks back down at you and goes, well, I must admit that I have wanted to play a duet with her for some time, but she is quite a stubborn individual. Perhaps you just warmed her up for me and are icebreaker in some way, because she doesn't even really talk to me anymore, and it surprises me that she would confide such things in an imp.
I think it had more to do with the music than with me.
I see. Well, regardless, my desires have not changed over time. Why don't you scurry back to her and tell her I will be there after the current act concludes. I'm sure if she's waited this long, a little bit more time won't be a bad thing.
Okay. Okay.
And
Oh,
maybe drink some water.
yes. Yes.
Be gone with you. Little icon darting over the map gets me every time. Doop, 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 doop.
Hmm. That probably could have gone better.
Well, you're not dead. Did it go bad?
Oh, if he was dead, it would have gone great.
Yeah. I realized my appearance is awesome. My voice doesn't sound right for a little devil imp.
An imp, yeah.
So, anyway, I said I was choking on some food, and I think maybe he bought it, and he seemed a bit confused as to why I'd been here. And he said he'd be here as soon as the current act is finished. But he also said something to his guards, and they scurried off, and I think my cover's probably blown, and I think we might be in big trouble very, very soon.
Perfect.
Have an even more epic battle.
So,
And
Thus, do we
battle.
add to our tragic tale of hubris, wherein Our gnome thought himself an imp and yet realized his greatness was such that it could not be contained in that disguise.
Wait. With her free, we could move this meeting somewhere else.
It's true. We could.
But then we would reveal that she had been freed, which would be a huge tip-off.
If they find that I'm not here, I'm sure that it's going to raise every possible alarm.
Right, which is why we're trying to lure him here.
I mean, I can just stay for now as well, because if they come in, it's not like they're going to see that I'm free.
Right, but we're ambushing him here. That's the point.
Right, but if he
Well,
brings guards,
Well,
it's
if
gonna
he
be
if
hard.
he if he comes with guards, we're not here. She is. She convinces him to let the guards go back. Sells the story. We're in the bedroom next door. She cries out after the guards have left, then we come in.
That's a pretty good idea, actually. Yeah, I like that a lot.
I like it. Yeah.
Revjack, beneath that bull-headed man of action skull is a devious little person, isn't it? And beneath that person is another person.
These are heroics. These are tactics in combat.
Right.
There are many a great hero who has won the deed of the day through careful manipulation of the situation to their advantage.
If I stay in the room
Tell me about all of them.
under the bed,
We
I can probably
can-
keep a minor illusion going of the chain.
That's an excellent idea.
That would
And
also
you
be
could you message us? Do you have message?
You gotta have line of sight for message.
Oh, you
Never
do.
mind, you do not.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think you do. It's just 120 feet, isn't it?
Through solid objects, you can as well.
Do you have
Yes.
message?
I do not have message.
I have it. So here's what we can do. I can just message you every, I don't know, minute or so.
The walls aren't that thick. You'll hear them coming in and talking to
Well,
her.
but what if we don't? Also, I would miss talking to you.
I'm very perceptive.
Fine. Yes. Sending, and I'll send it back.
You want me to send you
Evan, roll perception.
Oh no.
Given our luck recently, I was gonna say, are you sure you want to put all your eggs in that basket?
16?
As those words leave your lips, when you notice that in your feet you feel a slight vibration in the hallway, as if somebody's like thumping down the hallway right now.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh my god.
All right.
Jim has
I'm going
fire.
under the bed.
I'm rolling.
I quickly go into the bedroom.
He's coming right now.
Sorry, I'm closing chat. I can't. Chat is sabotaging me right now. Really meanly. God, thought we were supposed to collaborate between these channels, Azig, not sabotage. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry, Isaac. I totally thought that it was I'll go into the bedroom, and I was like, yeah, okay. Now my brain's there. It's just there.
So, when you feel these vibrations through your feet, somebody is walking down the hallway. What do you guys do?
We need to move now.
Should I stay here then?
Yes,
Just
you
so-
stay.
Yes.
Okay.
We leave.
Okay.
I'm going to the bedroom. Gotta go.
How tall is the ceiling?
The ceilings.
That was me
Ceiling-
trying to check, not trying to cast it.
The ceilings in the quarters and the rooms over here that are manuals and stuff, it's
Mhm.
like a normal 8 to 9 foot ceiling.
Okay, so I couldn't really realistically hide on the ceiling. Okay, then I'm gonna go
No.
around the corner.
Not in these, no. So
Keep your legs very still.
Revjack, do you want to take
Yeah.
point?
Yes, I'll take point, and as I do so, I will quickly cast heroism. 3rd level, which allows me to affect 2 additional targets. So that means here I'll share the text.
please.
The 3 of us are immune to being frightened, and we get 4 temporary hit points at the start of each of our turns.
I feel so heroic.
It is because the tales of heroes past is inspiring you to great deeds.
Oh. I will pull out my scythe and just get ready.
Where are you?
In the
Hang on.
bedroom.
In the bedroom.
Okay.
We're all in the bedroom. You're missing out.
No, I'm under the bed. There we go.
Yes. So Nurpo went under the bed in the secondary bedroom where Siana's sitting on the bed with her harp and starts to pluck at it. And Nurpo is going to be using minor illusion to try and make a version of the astral chain so it looks like she's still chained.
And he's told her to
Around her
keep her
ankle?
leg very still.
Yes. So yeah, she's gonna sit with like the one leg, literally how I'm sitting in the chair now, with one leg up in the chair, foot kind of against the thigh, the other foot on the ground, and she's just gonna leave that foot like paralyzed there for your illusion, and then she's gonna pluck at her harp and just kind of start singing, humming the song that you remember, Nurpo, when you originally found her, and she's gonna kind of go back into that like trance-like state almost of just swaying back and forth with her eyes closed and very serene. Everybody else that shot out of the room around the corner into Emmanuel's bedroom, roll stealth checks for me, please, because you have a group DC.
Save that.
He has disadvantage technically against me. Would that give him disadvantage like against us?
I will factor that into the group DC for it. Yeah, for sure. Thank you for telling me, because
Yeah.
that is important.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, 2 nat 20s!
Holy shit!
Oh.
Holy
Natural 20s.
Two
What
nat
just
20s.
happens?
And it's
Two nat 20s and a 6.
Damien just goes into Reaper mode. He's like,
There's like 2 like silent, quiet figures, and then there's Red Jack. He's like brandishing the shield.
That's the job. Actually, never post.
let's explain that stealth check. Like, David, that stealth check is like Revjack loses sight of them. Where'd you guys go? Hey,
I thought we were going together.
Thankfully, due to your companions who are melting into the shadows, they just take you with them into the shadows.
Here a question.
Yes.
With that perception earlier, can I tell how many figures are coming, or just vibrations?
With that roll that you made earlier, you just know
Someone's on
the
way.
vibrations, somebody's coming. The vibrations were very large though. Like that's the piece that threw you off, is it does not match what you would expect of Emmanuel. You don't really think you'd hear that guy walking down the hallway, let alone feel vibrations in the floorboards. So it definitely feels like someone much larger is coming down the hallway. It could be multiple, but it really was steady. So you think it's one individual. So you guys make it around the corner, dart into the room as the shadow is cast down the hallway and a figure's coming around the corner. Is there any last second things that you do? Because you're all staying out of sight in that room, maybe peeking down the hallway. Anything else happening, or are we good?
I'm gonna cast a spell.
Okay, what you gonna do?
Cast a message.
Okay.
To Nurpo.
Okay.
Oh.
You know where Nurpo is and well within
Yeah.
range, so
I'll say, I don't think it's him. I think it's someone much bigger. That'll be all. You-
it's so scary. Like Nurpo's under the bed and hears this and it's just like, you do anything, Nurpo, or do you just focus on your illusion?
I'm focused on my illusion, which I don't think is it's not actually a concentration, thank God. But what's my response time on
Message. You don't get a response.
Does
Yep.
do you not? Oh, that sending gets it. That was just message. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
get a
useful.
response, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, it's just sent. It's one way.
No, and can reply in a whisper that only you can
yeah.
hear.
Can they? Oh, never
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, that's why Critical Role has the. You can reply to this message as a constant.
Do you reply to this message?
And I'll last one round.
Oh, only last one round. Then you just hear back. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Okay. So, are the three of you in the bedroom staying out of sight, or are you trying to look down the hallway as this figure rounds the corner? Because if you do look down the hallway, that's going to be another check for whoever or whomever
I
is
will.
doing it.
Yeah,
I will look down the hallway.
I was about to say, I should. So
I will look down the hallway.
Okay.
The chat, Kira, it's killing me.
Yeah, I'm not looking. I'm not, but I keep looking. But anyway, yes. Roll your stealth check, Iwan.
What's that?
Roll your stealth check because you're
All right.
looking.
And they do have disadvantage on.
They do have disadvantage. Yes.
Okay. 22.
Very
Damn, bro.
nice. Very nice. So yeah, you managed to actually what you can do is there's the really nice couch that you can see there on the map that's sitting in Emmanuel's bedroom. And it has these golden sconces on the wall that kind of matches the decor in his office as well. And you realize that you can kind of just tuck yourself onto the back side of the wall, and you can look up at the sconce and you can see a reflection. It's blurry, but if you position yourself right so the light's mostly coming from the hall, you can see a blurry picture of the hall up there. So that's how you stay out of sight. You can kind of see it. And what rounds the corner actually surprises you. Or it could surprise you. It's not an Oni. It's not a bearded devil. It's not a Manuel, but you see a very large devil, and you're not sure the type of devil at first. He has massive built arms, built frame. Seems like maybe a barbarian berserker that's seen combat. Beautiful, like tribal tattoos down his arms, braided red beard, and a set of very large black horns that curl repeatedly down, and a chef's coat, and a cleaver in one hand. And he just looks tired and upset. And you see food stains all over his jacket. And he just thumps around the corner and glances and sighs again and walks over and pushes the door. Because I know you guys, it was unlocked and stuff. I don't know if you guys closed it, but it was probably like open a crack. He pushes the door open into the room with Sion and the unsuspecting Bard under the bed, and just kind of glances at Sion and looks around the room slowly, leans back and glances down into Emmanuel's bedroom. Oh, and like steps forward and thump, thump, thump into the room. And he glances and just like looks down and towers over because he's 7.5, almost 8 feet tall. So he kind of gets close to the ceilings and he just looks down at the angel. Glances here, glances there. James, do you remember if the plate of food was left in the room? I don't think it was ever cleared, but I'll leave that to your guys' memory.
It would
goes
not have
right
been.
now.
Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. Is she ate the spicy fish that you had brought, and then it was still the carcass and the plate was still there. And he goes, "Well, looks like you enjoyed a meal, did you?" And she doesn't immediately reply and just keeps swaying back and forth, but eventually flutters her eyes open and goes, "Yeah, one of your servants brought it to me when I was hungry." She's gonna have to roll deception.
She has bardic inspiration.
Does she?
Yeah, I gave it to her. I specifically said that.
21.
Yo.
So she looks up at him with these big angel eyes, and he just looks down at her and goes, he looks down at her and goes, "Well, that's funny because I didn't send anyone over here to give you food. Not that I wouldn't have. Emmanuel just didn't ask for it, and you're not part of the rotation. So, listen, I don't want to deal with the boss any more than I know you don't want to deal with the boss. But now heat's coming down on me because one of my idiotic imps opened their mouth that they stepped out of line and gave a prisoner food when they shouldn't have to the boss, and I got roughed up in my own kitchen, which I'm not happy about when I have many hungry mouths to feed. So, why don't you just tell me where this imp is so I can dish out my own brand of punishment, tell Emmanuel, and then I'll be on my merry way back to my kitchen, which I'm very sad that I had to leave in the first place, little angel. Maybe in the future there'll even be more spicy fish in it for you." And you can hear her shift on the bed a bit, Nerfo just squeak, as she like adjusts and is really trying hard not to move that leg. And she keeps the toes on the ground and she keeps up with the act. But it also, you don't know if the devil's looking down there, but she keeps her foot on the ground for you. And she goes, I'd love to help. It's just it was one of the imps. He coughed a lot. And I think he was sneaking the food too. I don't know where he went though. He brought me the food and commented on my new song that I had written and how I wanted to play it with Emmanuel, and it needs a violinist, and he's the best here. So I don't know where he went though. And the chef goes, "Of course you don't. Well, it's not like I can do anything about it, I suppose, but the boss is on edge. So if you do happen to remember what this imp exactly looked like or where he went, it would be in your best interest to tell me. Preferably me or Emmanuel before he loses his temper, but in the future, just don't take food unless you know that he's.
Can we hear the conversation?
Yes. It Sion's like a little tough to hear because of her like light meek voice at this case, but like his voice booms and fills the room easily, so you can hear the things that he's saying.
Rev Jack will look at the other one and say, "Can either of you let her know to tell him to bring Emmanuel to the room?"
Your mic's muted, Nick.
Okay, and you.
I was going to use my telepathy or my message to just contact Sion. Actually, telepathy's easier. She's 60 feet away, so yeah, I'll just telepathically link with her and just tell him to bring Emmanuel to the room. That you really want to see the boss, and I don't know why I'm talking like Hadrian right now.
Alone.
Yes,
Alone.
you must see him alone, for only then can two musical minds meet in a beautiful harmony. Or whatever bullshit you have to spin.
I just realized you were saying that telepathically. I could not have prompted you.
No, you
I didn't even realize that after David.
I just realized that after the fact.
My mind, you guys don't know this. My mind is always linked to yours. I
You just spent enough time with Rev Jack by this point. You just know what he would tell you.
You just look
But
at him.
he has a one-track mind, and therefore
Sion does get most of your message, and as it sounds like the conversation's coming to a close, you hear her voice pitch up as like she like increases her volume to try and get the attention of the giant devil. He goes, "Well, since you're here, I am really sorry that you got kicked out of your kitchen and everything, but could you bring Emmanuel here? I am serious about wanting to play that piece of music with him, and he is the best violinist here, so I would like to play with him." And
can I telepathically give her another bardic inspiration?
no, you cannot telepathically bardic inspiration.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to check.
I mean, game respect game, but no.
I had to ask, right?
Yes,
We have
yeah,
so many inspirations to give.
The devil leans down, and Nurpo might be able to make out what's going on with the shadows, but he takes the giant chili-stained cleaver, tucks it under her chin, and brings his face close to her and goes, "Every single one of us here has heard him bitch endlessly about how you will never give him the time of day, and how generous he is for keeping you alive and feeding you, and all he wanted was for you to give him some of your time, and yet you didn't. And you expect him and me to believe that suddenly changed."
Yeah.
Can we all hear this?
You can hear all this, yes. It's up to you if you're going to intervene or do something before she responds if you have a reaction.
I'm going to use suggestion.
Do you have line of sight for that spell?
I mean, I would try to move out to get line of sight.
That would be a series of stealth checks.
Who says I'm stealthing?
Hey, I'm just, yeah, you do you. Like, you guys do you. Whatever you want.
All right.
Just tell me, are we having a... You have 6 seconds. You have a round in real time. Or game time. So, are you going to confer among yourselves?
It's up to you.
I can do it.
And they might be mute being charmed.
Oh.
Yeah, Nurpo should do it then. If you have that, then like Nurpo, like you just hear in your head, Nurpo, try something, anything. Just you're a charming person, you're a charming gnome. Do it.
Okay, yeah, there goes the suggestion. And so,
That's wait. Is your wisdom save? Why is it that low?
Your safety seat.
my safety seat.
Yeah. Safety seat can't be that low.
No, it literally can't actually.
You can go. Yeah, we're not in a rush. Go ahead and double check the math because Nick's character sheet is messed up with applying bonuses. So go ahead and double check that's actually the DC.
Let's see, spells.
It should be your spellcasting modifier, which
It's
is
charisma.
Yeah,
Charisma,
like
plus
that,
your
so
proficiency.
that's just 8 plus your proficiency. There's no charisma
Yeah,
modifier.
My modifier is listed as 0, but my charisma is +3. No, is what?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's same bug that.
No,
Nick's
no.
having, so.
No, actually, no. My charisma is 0.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a charismatic bard.
that's
Oh,
not
no.
all bards have to be charismatic. That's
And mine,
okay.
mine, when I thought him through, is not a charismatic bard.
Yep.
Alright,
Why
no,
did
no,
you
that's
say you
good.
could do suggestion?
Because
It's-
technically you can. He just cast it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So Nerpo.
And being good at something are two very
This is going to here in a handbasket.
It
You want to do
could
it
fail.
here in a handbasket?
It's not going to fail.
It could.
It's
a-
not.
could.
Not with an 11. What did I roll in the end? Yes, DC 11. Oh, it's not a roll. It just is.
Yeah, DC 11.
Wait, no. Wait a second. One tiny sec. Let me just check something. No. My math is right.
Okay.
Because I do have the motive potential still floating around me.
Oh, that can help in this case.
Let's see.
If things really go to hell, I know exactly what Rev Jack's doing.
Man of action.
Jing.
No, it's not going to help.
Okay. So DC 11, Nerpo casts suggestion from underneath the bed. What is the suggestion that you are casting? The content of your suggestion before I roll the dice.
It is.
Because you
Go
do
and-
actually have to speak it.
I know I do have to speak it. Go and
Yeah.
tell Emmanuel you are convinced she really does want to do a duet.
Wait, can you say that for me one more time? You're saying you're sending this to Sion or the devil?
The devil.
Okay, and you're saying what?
The suggestion is to tell Emmanuel that you're convinced she really does want to do a duet.
Okay. As Sion, who knows your voice and knows that you're there, hears you like say this, she goes across her harp and like, oh, sorry, because she is so scared for you in that moment and scared herself. And we'll go ahead and roll the dice for the bearded devil.
Oh my god! I told you he could fail.
And
Oh
even
my
with
God.
his modifier, even with his modifier of
Even if you had a +5 in his charisma. Or his
he has
wisdom.
a +4.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Yeah, he has a +4, but with a 3, that's nowhere
It
near
doesn't
enough.
matter.
I don't know math now, but those don't equal more than 11.
11.
do they?
So he looks confused down, and he actually jumps back, like lurches back a little bit, and pulls the cleaver harmlessly away from her chin as she like strums on the harp, and he blinks and looks in confusion settles over his face as the magical influence of Nerpo settles in his brain, and he goes, I will tell Emmanuel on the way back, just God, this day. And he turns around and thumps out of the room. And moments later, like as soon as his back leaves the door, the bare foot of Sion like jerks up from the ground and is replaced by an upside down head with her hair hanging, looking at you. And she goes, man,
It worked.
He had a cleaver to you.
you're a brilliant madman. I'm not arguing that. That was amazing, but I can't believe that worked.
You're not alone.
You should get the others, I think.
Mm,
Or do you think they're gonna know to come?
they'll know to come. It'll be loud.
So you guys hear thump, 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 walking away, and you do hear the she waits a second, like a little bit for him to get out of range. She's not gonna fall for like an easy mistake like that, but you hear the shrill retort from Sion as the thump, thump, thump. You don't know what happened, but he left.
Back into the
I'm
room.
gonna run out immediately, just like run into like what dramatic occurrence did I miss?
Oh,
we-
he's gone to tell Emmanuel that she really does want to do it.
Oh,
okay.
Do we want to be in here or do we want to be in the bedroom?
But no, it's the same plan as before. He goes in the bedroom, into the room with her, and we jump.
wait, but I have an idea. How big is the space under the bed?
About, I mean, in what dimension?
Could I fit under it?
No.
Damn.
Nurpo is tiny.
You're lucky that you have Nurpo, because like Nurpo, it's a tight fit for Nurpo to get under the bed because the bed somewhat loads that to the ground.
Yeah.
We must try again.
Okay. All Rev Jack.
Places, everyone, places.
Rev Jack, are we still go for the enlargement?
Probably best after I enter the room, so I don't have to squeeze through the doorway.
Right.
Yeah, we got to get back to the bedroom and try again. We always do. Always.
Behind him before I become enlarged.
Before becoming large, of course.
Yes.
But before we do anything, we have to get back to the bedroom because again, when you fail once, you try again, and eventually you learn. You get it right? Like
So you guys, you ran into the bedroom and then you're having this conversation, right? You're in there. Okay, so and Sion goes, wait, like, is this the best place to fight him? Because like his office is bigger. I remember going through that. Like, do you want to fight him here? And where should I go?
Stay here. He still thinks you're trapped.
Shit, yeah. And she puts her foot back down on the ground and like kind of slumps a little bit.
If I don't,
Nurpo recasts.
I'm gonna go. So rather, I'm gonna wait in the door to his office and see, like, try to see when he comes by. Right, like.
Are you gonna try to tail him in?
I'm just gonna try and wait and come up behind him.
Are you sneaky enough for that?
Oh, actually, maybe you should do that, and Revjack and I will come to the bedroom because we have a link, so we've got to make sure we foster that.
You sent a message earlier, right? So when you see him pass, if you're able to send that to me again, I'll recast my heroism spell because it will have finished by the time he returns.
We'll do
right before, and we'll know it's him this time, so I don't have to waste another spell.
If it's not him,
then I will not cast heroism.
I will send you that it's not him.
Thank you. Good. And I will. Oh well, I was going to ready in action, but that means I won't ready in action. I'll just try to. As soon as I know it's him and I have an action, I will cast heroism.
I'm gonna go to his. No, wait, we're not in that room. Damn it!
I'm gonna just kind of hide in the door frame.
Take a sip from some of the stolen booze and just
of his office.
I have another sip of my fine mead.
I will cheers Revjack and just to a heroic end or a tragic failure. Either way, I am glad to have met you. I feel like we are in a way kindred spirits.
Revjack puts a hearty hand on your shoulder and then pulls you in for a big bear hug and squeezes you tight. I will die by your side, brother, and he pushes you back.
Good. Yorick, another one who will die by our side.
You're saying that I picture Revjack doing like an authentic huge Viking bear hug, and there's just an arm sticking out behind Revjack with a fucking Yorick skull.
It's like, and like Damien, I'm hugging Revjack, but I'm also looking at Yorick and Yorick, we found another friend. It's been so long since I lost you, dear Yorick. Poor Yorick.
So it looks like, based on the map and your wonderful roleplay, that everybody has taken up positions. So Nurpo is still under the bed in the room with Sion sitting there playing her harp.
He's their frontliner.
Yep. Iwin is kind of hidden in the doorway of the office. We have Revjack in the hallway right outside the bedroom.
I'm trying to be in the bedroom, but that square is...
Yeah, the square is off.
Actually, Revjack, why don't you go diagonal? Because here's the thing. I have a spell that is a bolt that guides the blow of the next hero who strikes the target. And so if I could fire that off, then you could hit him even harder.
All right. But if he's in the room with the angel...
Well, details. I'll try to hit him when he's at the entrance.
Oh, but then he won't go into the room with the angel. We'll fight him in the hallway.
Either way, it's a cramped space. Like I know we've had practice squeezing into tight areas.
Well,
but
we're gonna block the door with larger dudes. Was the plan?
Let's just we'll work it out.
Oh,
I don't know why you're saying at all.
It appears God has gotten tired of our shenanigans and is moving pieces on the board.
I don't know what you're talking about.
oh.
I'm
As
ready.
As you guys
I pull
are
out my sight.
finishing getting into position,
Which is
you hear the door to the hallway on the east open, and the sounds of the ballroom kind of echo down the hallway before it's closed, and then multiple footsteps start to walk down it. So Iwan, you are technically the first person that's going to encounter the visitors that are walking towards the destination with Sion. Do you have the door to Emmanuel's study fully closed? Are you peeking through it? What are you doing?
I have it barely open.
Just the
through it.
smallest little crack?
Smallest little bit, yeah.
Roll a stealth check with advantage because you are barely peeking out the door, but it's still a risk, an inherent risk.
24.
So the advantage was a good thing there.
And once again, they do have disadvantage on that roll.
Yep, which is great. And yeah, is perfect. Okay. So lumbering down the hallway, you see the broad shoulders, nowhere near comparable to the monstrosity of a chef that was just here, but you see the bearded enforcers come down the hallway, very similar to the ones that you so expertly charmed at the beginning of our adventure together. And they're wearing those very tailored sort of suits, and they don't seem to have weapons on them, but one of them just cracking his knuckles as he walks down the hall and just lumbers past you around the corner, and behind him was his compatriot, and then trailing a good 5 feet or so. Damn, these squares not lining up. This GM set this up horribly. What I just made light Emmanuel. Light Emmanuel.
It just happened.
Why did girthy?
As they pass, I will send a message to Rev Jack.
So yes, we'll say that Emmanuel is just like a 5 foot square behind them. So like in front of the door, pretty much when you send your message. So go ahead and send your message.
I'll say, he's brought 2 friends with him.
I have an idea. Oh, sorry, it's a draft jack.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, I will respond good. More for us to kill.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
There we go. So the devil, the first one leading, throws the door open with a loud bang and just like sends the door ricocheting off the wall, and then reaches in to quiet it, looks around, looks up at the ceiling.
Good thing I didn't try that.
Runs, and then
Oh yeah, I do want to recast Sarah was. I'm sorry.
Steps to the side of the door. The other devil takes up the position on the other side of the door, and there is enough room in reality in the hallway for, it turns sideways, have Emmanuel walk past. Emmanuel walks past and steps into the room with Sion.
As that's happening, fuck it.
Yes.
We're in combat. It seems, at least. I'm gonna step out and hold up Yorick and just be like, may the poles of death drive you to the mewling, strange, and uninspiring creatures that you truly are. Flee in terror as I cast fear.
Okay, so then I guess we are doing combat, everyone. So let's go. So select those tokens and roll those initiatives for me, please.
Yes.
That's not I don't agree with that dice.
Man
of action.
The man of action is so slow to action.
I'm confused. I don't know what to do.
I'm sorry. I do get back a bardic inspiration dice from those, so there's nothing bad about it. Why?
For temporary points, Damien.
I know.
Owen, you weren't next to me, and it is in touch range, so you don't get it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But
So
I rolled a natural, so that's a 21 for me. That's my second natural 20 today.
Very nice. Very nice. Oh my god. So, let me just get these turn orders in there really quick. All right. So,
do we get like a surprise rounder?
So yes, because of the way that you guys set this up and the fact that they were suspicious coming down here, but they did not catch on to what you guys were planning, especially since there was nobody out of place in the room. You get surprise. So that means that there's no surprise round with
Okay.
5e, sadly, which I disagree with and am just tempted to give you one. But what it means is because Nick initiated combat, Nick gets to attack with advantage.
no one else does.
I used the fear spell.
Well, if you're surprised, you don't get to move or attack your first round.
It's like a stun.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's essentially the same as a surprise round. They don't get to do anything on their first turn.
The thing is that there's surprise isn't a condition in D&D 5e, David. And that's like the thing that I hate about it is the way that like surprise isn't a condition, there's no surprise round, and I hate all that. So why don't we just say you all get advantage on your first turn?
No, it's a 5th edition rule that if you are surprised, is if somebody gets to jump on
Yes.
They don't get to go
Surprise-
first turn.
Surprise creatures cannot move or take actions, I think bonus actions included,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and can't use reactions until its first turn has ended. I was thinking about the other surprise stuff, but
So-
they have that disadvantage, yes. And I will say, since you're all involved in the ambush, you can have advantage on your first thing that you do.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
Okay. So, if I'd known that, I would have done something else. Well, I need wisdom saves from them then, I guess.
Okay. So you cast Potent Rage. A zig, you testing me, old man. So you're casting Fear on
Yeah.
all of them. Is it an AoE?
Yes, it's a 30-foot cone. So,
Okay. No, I'm just asking. I don't have spells memorized half the time.
Well, these
So-
I thought it was a number of targets, but it's a cone apparently. So,
Okay. Ooh, does
We're
that mean you
both-
can hit Emmanuel in the room?
yes, I can. It does, because if you look from where I'm standing, that is definitely a 30-foot cone.
Yeah, and a cone would go through that. Arguably, could
Yes.
go through that corner.
It's an illusion. It's a
Fair
psychological
argument.
spell. There's no fire here.
What's the Wisdom DC?
17.
17. Okay. Well, let's roll each for the ones in the hallway. We got number 1, number 2, and then Emmanuel. And you said, so sorry, Nick, you just said it, but I'm dealing with looking at chat. What was the DC?
17.
17 on there. So it looks like Emmanuel and the enforcer that is the furthest from you, the black winged one, that they both pass, but the red one that's the closest to you fails.
Okay. Excellent.
What?
Wesh. Sorry.
I'm sorry. They're okay. Never mind.
No, what's
What was
up,
that?
David?
Well, you rolled a 19, a 14, and a 16, but I don't know what the modifiers are.
Yes.
yeah.
So for that, yeah.
That's why I stopped myself. I realized
Okay.
I was full knowledge.
Okay. So yes, 2 of them save, 1 of them fails. The red bearded devil that is the closest to you in Emmanuel's bedroom is the one that fails. So they get the
Okay.
fear condition, Nick?
Yes.
Okay.
And they must use their full turn to take the dash action and move away from me.
Okay, that's what I thought. Well, when it gets to their turn, we will do that. And then we're going to go to the top of initiative, and we'll be going through initiative order, which starts with Iwan.
Love that.
Oh. So
I was really
So-
hoping for.
I have an idea,
You haven't? Oh, no, that's always a dumb.
Just do it.
but,
Just do it.
but I have advantage on this attack, and I really want to attack.
Do it.
Don't,
Do it.
Evan. You are one of those people. Don't let the dice or possible numbers hold you back. You do you. Live your dream.
Bobby,
You
think about
encourage-
it, but do it anyway.
You encouraged Nurpo when the odds were not in Nurpo's favor.
I'll move
Maybe
to
I'll-
here. Ooh, I have a question. So, I can cast Misty Step once a day.
Yeah.
Could I
You
misty
have
step?
not cast it yet.
Is the door open? Can I misty step?
Didn't you
in
already
here?
do that to get into the doll room?
No,
No.
we went to the door. But is the door open enough where I can see inside this room? From where I'm at.
That you can see inside to.
Into
Yeah.
the bedroom.
No, they banged the door open and we're holding it open, so like you can see
Sick.
into it. Yeah.
I'll misty step into here.
Okay. Yep. Just silvery mist surrounds you and then just deposits you in the room with kind of a whoosh of smoke that will kind of cloud around the demons for a moment. So you misty step in there. You're not going to get attacks of opportunity or anything. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna pull out his own rapier that I stole.
Ah. Oh, because you have the +2. You have the
Uh-huh.
rapier in your hand.
Uh-huh. And I'll ask him. Remember this one? It's quite lovely, actually.
Oh God! Wait, you're standing next to him, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
So, Evan, just to add something to this, to pause you right as you're, because what you said is amazing, and I'll actually have you re-say it for everybody. But as you draw your rapier, as you step through the ethereal mist into this room and draw that rapier from its golden sheath, you notice that the second that you guys have ruined everything tonight. When the tip leaves the sheath and you point the rapier at him, it ignites into flame, and you see demonic runes on the beautiful jewel-encrusted hilt also start to glow, as if in reaction to Emmanuel's touch. With him being so close, you gain. Shut up, Nick. You gain a 1d8 fire damage on hit when in the presence of a devil, within a 5-foot bonus of a devil.
1d8. All right.
Yep. And what did you say as you drew that weapon?
I'll ask him. You remember this one? It's a quite lovely piece.
And you just see like a look of absolute shock, but also just indignant anger as that rapier is pointed in his face. And I assume you attack?
I do attack, yes.
Okay, go for it.
23.
23, that is enough to hit. So yeah, you lash out with that rapier. And are you doing something special, going for a certain spot with this attack at all, or are you just slashing wildly?
I want to try to. He said his tuning fork's on a necklace.
That is what Sion said, is that she had seen him wear it as a necklace, like tucked into his shirt. He's wearing one of those like really floofy collared shirts with like a white collar on it, but you can still slash at it. Like I'm not just.
I'll slash at kind of the chest to see if I can't break that necklace.
Okay. So, well, you definitely hit with it. Go ahead and roll damage for me. Don't forget that fire damage.
Yep.
That is the bonus fire damage.
The 11 piercing and 7 fire.
Ooh, very nice. 11 piercing, 7 fire. So it's a good hit. You definitely dig the rapier into his clothes and do 2 slashes back and forth, and you see little bits of embers like fly up into the air as you do that. Roll a d100 for me.
Uh-oh.
I don't like that.
I don't like that at all. 92.
So they're great or bad?
Let's see, who's in the room? I guess the only one that gets to see this under the bed is Nurpo, just sitting there under the bed like, I got a friend. I mean, Sion's watching too as this happens, but Nurpo, you see this elegant, in the best way, country bard. You see this country bard elegantly step into the room through the mist, pull this rapier out that bursts into flames as if he had it planned, and as he delivers his cutting remarks and whips the rapier across Emmanuel's chest, you watch as a silvery glint pops out and flies across the room and tinks and bounces and lands on the floor in the corner opposite the bed. And it looks like the tuning fork was freed in a single deft strike by Iwan.
Ooh, if only there weren't 3 devils blocking the door.
I did my part. I got the tuning fork acquired.
That's right.
That's it. That's all I'm good for.
Repjack's just like, dying over here, guys.
Repjack's not planning on playing. That was David making a sarcastic comment.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my action, bonus action. I have some movement, but do I even want to move? I'll move here.
If you move, well, okay, you didn't move out of attack range, so okay,
Right.
you're not going to trigger anything.
Yeah, let's move there, pivot a little bit.
Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. All right, so then let's go down, and we'll go to the next, and we'll go back to who started this combat off originally.
I shall step out into the hallway and say to the person afraid of me, "Ooh," and just basically, can I get sight on Emmanuel? Because like the devil is like from me. I want to see if I can actually do something. Okay, excellent. So as I move in, I will hold up this scythe in one hand and Yorick in the other, and as the scythe is bursting into black fire, Yorick's eyes begin to glow with this radiant light, and I say, "Back to the paltry shadows from whence you came, you thief of talents and stealer of dreams. Your funeral pyre shall be one for the ages," and I cast Wicked Guiding Bolt at 3rd level.
Oh, brave man, casting Guiding Bolt. Go for it.
So this is that advantage.
Yep.
There's attack rolls. Why? Sorry, my sheet is being weird.
Excuses.
Hey.
Always blaming their equipment.
A natural 20.
God, what is with these dice in this one shot? Oh my God!
That is gonna be
Nice.
the 3rd level. That's gonna do 12d6 damage.
Wait. Guiding Bolt's an attack roll, right?
Yeah.
Not a saving throw?
Yeah.
You have disadvantage because you're in melee range.
No, but also it was the first roll. 29 is still that's a
Straight.
20 still. Yeah.
So cancel out the disadvantage.
Everybody is right, because yes, you do have disadvantage, but it is the first roll, so holy shit.
I'm sorry.
So that is
No,
12.
yeah.
That is 12d6 damage as the divine fire
Brilliant.
pouring out of Yorick's mouth. Just is like
Right.
with a natural one.
Like, it's over.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, why?
That is 16 plus 20. That's 36 plus 11. That is 47 radiant damage.
Ooh.
As Yorick Kamehamehas Emmanuel.
Yeah, you see this absolute torrent.
Yes.
You see this absolute torrent of radiant energy just spill out in the hallway and wrap itself around Emmanuel, who rises up onto his tiptoes, howling with anger as you can see the divine energy clash with his very inner nature, and his skin start to crack under the pressure until the spell finishes and dissipates. And very big hit. Definitely took a lot of damage. Ain't going down that easy, but that was a goddamn wonderful,
but I
beautiful
hate to say
hit.
it, that was a bonus action. I still have an action.
Bring it.
I'm going to use my scythe and swing at him.
Okay.
Like it's
Reach?
not an attack?
Do you have reach?
Scythe
Yeah,
has reach, yeah.
That's
But you're quite a ways away.
First action. Oh, because you
You're
quickened it.
10
That's
feet
right.
away.
Yeah,
You're
you're
not
10
moving
you're
it.
10 you're 10 feet away.
I thought I had moved into his space. Okay, then I will just toll
No.
the dead, in all honesty.
Well, there's the red demon in front of you that's about to deck you the second that it gets a chance. So there is
He's
that guy to do
terrified of me.
Oh
He
shit,
is,
he is.
that
He
is
gets
true.
God damn it, I forgot. Yep, no, you're right.
That
Go,
is
go.
true.
Yep.
That's why I said I just moved up and went, ooh.
Go on, kid.
Okay, I will attack him with my scythe, and I will use Black Flame Blade,
Okay.
which is literally just Green Flame Blade, but obviously it's black because it's Damien.
Okay.
Let's roll this.
Swing it, Bard.
22.
Are you rolling with advantage?
Guiding Bolt hit him.
Oh, and that grants
It's
advantage.
Emmanuel.
Yep.
But you can't attack Emmanuel.
Emmanuel
I can-
is 10 feet away.
Oh,
You-
I'm
you-
sorry. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to attack him. I thought I could like move through his space. That was. I'll attack him. Why not? Fuck it.
Okay.
That'd miss then, but whatever.
Yeah.
I'm
so the-
still proud of what I just did. So
Yes, and you should be, and I am proud at you for seeding that miss. So you after that bolt, that blinded everyone almost for a moment.
I can't see either.
You lash out with the scythe, and it falls short of the panicking demon that's about to run away from you. And we'll continue on to the panicking demon. And as you slash with the scythe back and forth, it goes,
Run!
And-
run!
in the most undemon-like tone, it runs away, and it has to move as far as it possibly can, right?
Yes, it has to dash away from me. So.
That's the dash, so we're doubling it. Okay, so it's gonna run. It's gonna dash. Very important distinction there. Let me just double check the movement speed on it. That's what I thought. Okay, so it is going to go.
Once it breaks line of sight, it gets to make a save.
Once it breaks line of sight?
Yeah.
Okay. And it was DC what, Nick?
17, I believe.
DC 17?
We have both kinds of dice in this game, nat 1s and nat 20s.
Yeah.
I get the one. Okay.
That
so
I
yes.
might regain another bardic inspiration that will never be used. But
Yep. So it just tears away down the hallway, all the way down into the instrument room, and thankfully Talia's not there anymore. And yeah, it runs all the way down there, and then it gets to try to save again on its next turn, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is its turn, and then after that, it
It
is
finds
going-
my automaton standing there.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
It runs down there and sees this little automaton with all the instruments, and just way off in the distance here. It's just continually scared of everything that's happening right here. And then next, I believe it is our one-man band under the bed.
Oh, let's go, Nerpo.
Where did the tuning fork land?
It landed in the opposite corner of the bed. So she's actually down here on the bed, but hard to. I'll just put her token underneath yours. It landed up here in this corner.
Okay. I can do Mage Hand without a verbal or somatic. So, from under the bed, I'm going to create a Mage Hand that is.
Oh my god, mage hand supremacy. I love it. Okay, so you create the little hand next to you under the bed.
The hand is always useful.
And
continue.
yeah, no, it's going to if I get a moment, they're all distracted by all the shit going on in the corridor.
Yeah, nobody's seen you as far
Yeah,
as you know.
so Mage Hand's going out, getting the shooting fork, bring it back to me.
Okay. So yeah, you see this little hand just float out from the bed, and the chaos of the going on. It just goes over and picks up the little necklace and takes it back and brings it to you under the bed.
Okay, and
Any bonus action? Anything else?
that's not going to draw attention to myself, and I quite like not having attention on me right now. So that is the end of my turn.
Okay. Well, I would say that was still a very successful turn for Nerpo in that case. All right, and then it goes down to the demon in the hall, who has just watched his boss take an absolute psychological and physical beating. And he is going to raise his battle axe from his back, kind of painted the same sleek color as his suit with very distinct silver etching on the edges, and is going to unleash a yell and run down the hallway and attack the man that unleashed the horrific radiant attack on his boss, or at least try to. And he is just going to go for okay. He's gonna go for a multi-attack.
Well, the 19 will hit. The 5 will miss.
I was gonna say I expect a 24 to hit. But the other one does not.
Actually, 24 misses because it's 42 reverse. That's the meaning of the universe.
Get out. So he hits. So you manage to duck one of them. But on the uppercut, catches you across the chest and does 1 second. Ooh, 12 damage. 12 slash.
On both your houses, Oh, just your one. You don't have two, do you? Are you that rich? A plague on you. Either way.
A plague on you. And no bonus actions. That one doesn't apply, and that's the fiendish enforcer's turn. And then it goes to the slighted host that just wanted to bring you all here for a good time and some partying. Right. And it goes to Emmanuel, and he looks down at his rune clothing. You have no idea how much that costs, by the way. What's up?
I thought they didn't get to act on the first turn. Didn't get an action.
Were they surprised?
Oh no, you're right, David. We forgot that. So actually, take that damage. Take that damage back, Nick. Thank you so much, David. So the one
stranger to pain or tragedy.
Yes, you just. But then again, you have hallucinations like this all the time. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So never mind. That was just in your head, and then that goes down to Jack.
Rick, why are you doing it?
Alternative motive for that, because if that demon had moved into that space, I couldn't go into melee, because then Damien would have been blocking.
Reasons aside, you were right either way, so you go for it.
So
but you can also move past me. You can also kill me.
No, but
The demon was still there.
if he was in that space, I couldn't move past you. And I can't end my turn in your space. So you would have actually...
You can grapple me and move me.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't have an action this turn.
Sure.
So yeah.
That's why.
Full point.
So I'm just happy. I was like thinking, oh wait, if they didn't get to act, they would.
Yeah. I mean, you were right too. So let's.
Yeah. So I rush up.
Yep.
And I yell a battle cry. It's for. I'm gonna yell for Mary.
For Mary. Okay.
Everybody knows who Mary is. Jack hasn't said. Perhaps it's a lost love. Who knows?
Okay.
Rushes forward, and maybe it's a lost love that the angel reminds him of, and will attack Emmanuel.
Okay.
Oh, advantage, big dog.
And remind the audience as well what's your weapon that you're attacking with.
I have this beautiful battle axe. It's incredibly pristine, and it's covered in like sort of Viking-esque runes all over it, awesome. And it's like carved very intricately. It's an incredibly sharp, beautiful, and actually magical weapon. So my first attack has advantage against them.
What? In God's unfair name?
That's a crit.
Why do I feel like Damien all of a sudden like this?
So there's a couple of things I'm going to do. I'm going to spend my bardic inspiration to add a d8 to damage roll, which because it's crit is now a 2d8.
Let's go.
So damage on
the tragic fate of this demon.
Yeah, ignore the two-handed stuff. So it is 1d8 plus 2. So 7. I already added the 1d8, so that's 13. I don't know why I rolled it twice.
So basically you should be rolling 4d8 plus 2. That should be your damage.
Right, yeah. And it looks like it already did that somehow.
Well, you could just always manually roll 4d8 and add 2. That's a little simpler. Those tables are confusing.
Yeah, those tables are confusing. D8.
If there's somebody that I count to calculate their damage correctly, it's David. Not that I don't trust everyone else.
18 damage.
Oh my God!
Oh. Well, you say that, but I should have stuck with the original.
I know, but still. So yeah,
26.
so you just sink that battle axe into his shoulder.
Fucking, 63 damage to this guy already, right?
Yeah.
Well, I also get a second attack.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
You don't get advantage on this one, I think, though.
There's no way that it could be another nat 20, right, Dice?
Okay.
No, it's not. I missed with an 8.
Damn it! But it's not a natural 1. The tragedy isn't complete.
You have inspiration now, don't you?
No, I don't have any inspiration currently. I think I must have spent it in previous.
And also use his bardic on the.
I have no more bardic inspiration. I just used my bardic, on my damage.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So you rush in and absolutely sink this battle axe with your battle cry going off that no one truly knows the meaning of. It still hangs poetically in the air.
Redjack has a deeper history that he hasn't shared with anybody else.
They haven't got to know the truth.
Just told
sleeve.
Do one thing for me though, David. Roll a D100.
Oh, ain't bad.
31.
31. Okay, so your battle axe sinks into his shoulder, and for a moment, it feels like it's stuck there in some sinew or bone, and you have to rip it back for the second blow, which kind of puts you off balance for a moment, and that one doesn't connect as he kind of dodges to the side, but it definitely looks like a nasty blow that is causing him to bleed, and you don't see a weapon on him because your friend has that weapon. And his hands kind of groping at his waist, looking for a rapier that's not there as he formulates a backup plan. And with that, we'll go to the top of initiative with Iwan. But before we continue with that, we're actually getting somewhat close to our normal break time. And since we're in this thrilling combat, I'd like to finish it like right at the top of the round. So we're going to go ahead and just take a quick break here at the peak of action. We're going to get some drinks, so we'll all have something to drink. To continue hydrating when everybody, our lovely audience, hits us with some hydrates. And we need to hydrate after all the tears from the laughter tonight. So we're going to need some hydrates.
I am sorry that I have a dirty mind, but
you and everyone else here and in chat.
Okay, so we'll take a service break.
Welcome back to Bard Outta Hell, everybody.
we were not just making sex jokes.
No,
I would never do that. Evan was just talking about making me in love.
Talk about battle strategies. Yeah.
Yes, this is battle strategy.
You
in
do
D&D.
have to coordinate your attack pattern on the objective.
Nick, we are professionals here. We would
Yep.
never make any kind of jokes. I'm just going to be girthy, enlarged, and erect, and ready for a fight. All right?
Yep.
Mhm.
I see nothing wrong.
That fight.
Is that what they
That's
call
what we're in the
nowadays?
middle of right now.
Yes, where are we at?
Go do a thing.
Sorry.
Welcome back, everyone.
It is now Iwan's turn in our epic fight.
Yeah, epic fight. Mm.
What are you doing on your turn, Iwan?
Rob Jack's not here to get enlarged. So that's out the window for now. Can I see Rev? Do you want to be in the room first?
He's not big enough.
Is there enough room in the hallway?
No, actually, if you increase my size in the hallway, I actually would be a large creature in a 5-foot space, which means I'd have disadvantage on my
Mhm.
so you probably don't want to do that.
So I don't want to do that right now.
Yes. You have to wait till the appropriate time to enlarge.
To
something.
enlarge, of course.
Yes, right. You know, there's not enough properly lit candles and rose petals.
Is there a manual for this?
It's called the Kama Sutra.
No, but Emmanuel is right there. Do something with him. There's no
Not gonna
manual.
enlarge
There's
manual.
Emmanuel.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, D&D. Karma Sutra is it must be in one of the like, Tasha's Guide to Madness.
Evan, in all seriousness, casting that spell on me would not be helpful. So go ahead and do that.
I moved, say here. Here, would that be flanking? Or still in the
D&D
room?
past dark. Let me see. Where are you going?
Squares down the line.
So he
That's where-
just ran into the wall.
Yeah, it's like it's the video game, like clipping in and out of the wall, like that, just sticking out of the wall. Yes, that would be flanking.
All right. Oh, I'll get there. Do you do advantage on flanking?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So I will make my attack at advantage against Mr. Whatever his name is.
Emmanuel. the monk.
Rapierless man.
Yes, rapierless man.
I like that better.
Hey, Evan, roll a crit. Oh, darn. So,
15.
oh,
I have a bardic yet.
well, this is a new round. You have advantage.
I
No.
do, but I rolled a 15 on advantage.
Yeah.
Yes, 15 on advantage. Are you adding anything to that?
Yes. I'll add my bardic to that Revjack gave me. And that'll make it a 20.
That hits.
Nice.
For 15 total damage.
Ooh, that fire just coming back to bite Emmanuel, literally. All right, so you lash out and you see once again the cinders, his very fine velvet clothing just going up into cinders in the air as you slash out and land another expertly timed attack as he was backing away from the door after Red Jack had driven the battle axe into his shoulder, sent him stumbling. You come from the other side and attack him. Anything else on your turn?
Let me read a spell real quick.
Okay. If you got a bonus action there?
I potentially might.
A man of action.
Ooh, I could do this as a bonus action, just for fun. That would give somebody advantage.
You guys are having fun here, so
And I'm about to attack.
give it to Nerf.
Attack.
Give it. Is it a melee attack? I could.
Because I can make him prone.
I would love that.
What's that?
Yeah, sure. I'll try this. I'm gonna use Mantle of Majesty.
Why don't you tell us what that is for the audience?
So Mental Majesty gives me the ability to change my appearance and cast command without expending a spell slot. Basically, I'll just look about 3 or 4 times as handsome as I normally do. And I'll look at Emmanuel and I will cast command.
Okay. And what is your one-word command?
Lay.
What is your one-word what?
Lay. Or try to make him prone. Try to make him prone.
Okay. Lay.
Lay.
Okay, Evan. So you all watch as this spell like settles over Iwan, and you suddenly see Iwan have beautifully applied mascara, because mascara makes any guy look a million times hotter. And just these subtle little like his wait, does Iwan have a beard?
He does have some scruff.
Some scruff. So the scruff is glistening now, like it has fresh beard oil. And
His hair curls a bit more.
yes, exactly. And then just looking with all this charisma that this extra charisma that you're exuding, you just look at Emmanuel and go, lay. And what is the DC is 15, and it is a what? Wisdom? Okay, that's what I thought. So, Emmanuel has a wisdom modifier of +4. Let's roll this.
That's a failure.
That is a thank you, Evan. Thank you for explaining that to me, you sweetheart. That is a failure. That is a failure. Emmanuel does not have that. And Emmanuel does not have legendary actions. So Emmanuel seizes up, like barely even seeing you out of the corner of his eye, because he was more focused on the barbarian that just almost took his goddamn arm off. And then he feels this fire cut across his flesh and glances back as this command takes over his psyche, and he just like seizes up and falls over like a log onto the ground, unceremoniously thump into the ground on his side, roughly. But it meets the criteria of what the command spell was trying to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he'll be prone, which means melees have advantage on him, right?
Yep, it does.
That's correct.
And as you watch the devil go timber, it was gonna go to Damien's turn.
Unfortunately, I will point out that you and I are the two main melee fighters.
I know. I'm like, but it's
No,
So you just
but
need-
I can do something. Shut
You
up.
you can do something, but I just really want to see Nurple like recrawl from under the bed and just go stop.
So can I get into
His teeth.
Can I get into reach range of him? Because the hallway's a bit confusing, but I know I can move past Revjack at least.
I'm gonna actually lean on my players here, because this is something I'm fuzzy on, because I haven't had this close quarter combat for a while. David, what is the kind of way that we should handle this here with that crowded hallway and the fact that devil is between you and the door? Because
Well,
I would love some sage advice.
I can only tell you what I would do.
That's what I'm asking.
It's tricky with the grid. Normally, you would have the grid in a position where you would have a 5-foot square here and a 5-foot square there, right? With the grid lines on either side of the door.
And like it's almost aligned for the door.
Right. Yeah. So if we just imagine that that's the case.
Yes, that is the case.
The problem Damien has is that he can't end the turn in my space.
Okay.
Because there's a solid wall between me and the space immediately to my left, he can't go from my space to that space, which means he has to either go through the devil's space or Emmanuel's space to enter the room. So
I'm not trying to enter the room though. My weapon has reach, so it's more about if I can like move into your space and then leave it.
What is the reach of your sight?
10 feet.
Well, no, the whole point of reach is that you don't have to enter my space.
Right.
Right, because you cannot enter somebody's space, do an attack in the same space they're in,
Yes.
and leave.
Okay.
So the fact that you have reach means you don't have to do that.
Got it.
So
You can attack randomly?
in which case, I'm afraid, Kira, I don't think there's very good advice. Attacking around corners, especially through doorways, I try to be a bit generous with that personally.
Yeah.
But but I think it's just a bit of a judgment call. What you could do as a compromise is maybe give him cover, although cover usually is not for melee attacks.
Typically, yeah.
So
Typically, yeah.
Necessarily do
Just
that.
shout duck.
I would just let Damien get the attack.
Yep.
personally.
That's what I was thinking, but I really appreciate the advice because I wanted to pick your brain on this because this is like a very specific, like weird situation. And like I love having conversations about it.
And
Yeah.
I would think by
Especially
flexible-
because you have the scythe in the 10-foot range. Yes, you're gonna have to pull some shit here where you're gonna like reach over and swing it,
Reach over
let
and
go
pull.
of it a little bit, and the handle slides down, and you grab
Yes,
it for a second.
and then I open Yorick's mouth, and he grabs it with his mouth, and I pull it back to me.
there you
The
go.
black flame moves over it.
There you go.
And I shall attack him with black flame blade.
Yes,
and-
you get advantage because he's on the ground.
And before I do that, I shall touch the scythe and say, "Oh, may this death here in the Tower of Song be one for the ages that shall be sung throughout the lands, except for this place, because I fucking hate the decor." And I'm going to cast Divine Favor as the
Ooh.
scythe begins glowing with
Ooh.
white light. So let me make my attack roll.
Please do so.
That is a 20.
That 20 does hit.
Oh,
So, wait, I'm curious. We still have advantage.
Yeah,
Yes.
melee attacks. He's prone.
Yeah.
yeah, he's prone.
Oh, that's right. He's pro.
Yeah.
That's the
No, you're all good. So yes, you land that scythe square in the middle of his side as he's like awkwardly thumped on the ground.
Sorry, my computer is taking a bit of time. I'm just going to keep clicking it until it does something. But while we're all waiting for Yorick to get on the fucking Verizon train,
I mean, there seems to be some. I don't know if that attack doesn't load here in like 5 seconds. I think your turn's over. And like, there's the leg con. Yes, I'm sorry, Nick. It's like DM guide page 372, like the
Yes,
leg
if-
clause.
the player loses.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I think it's in Roll20's terms and conditions that you would
That's
be
it.
by logging onto the game. So
That's right. Yeah.
yes, it's serious.
This
No,
may
it's fine.
honestly just be a
No.
break. So what I'm going to do here is I'm
What are
going
you
to
gonna
roll the dice manually. I know it's terrible. So 2d8. That's a 9 plus that's a d4. That's a 4. That's 13 plus 2. That's 15 damage.
15 radiant damage. All right.
Well, yes.
Well, the D4 is radiant.
The four
The
is
d4 is radiant.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
radiant. It's flashing.
So
I
it's
assume,
yeah, yes.
with
It-
radiant sprinkled on top. The salt aid on there.
It's magical slashing and radiance. Correct.
Okay. Well, yeah, it connects with his side as he's laying there stiff as a board on the floor. Anything else?
I just look at him. Do you want your tale to be told as one of tragic hubris, or are you going to be the villain in the story? I just have to know for posterity's sake.
And he can't even reply right now because of the effects of command.
Okay, I'll take some creative inspiration here.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. So back to that poor, scared demon that's been staring at the monstrosity of this Nerpo skeleton, exoskeleton, and the instruments in the instrument room. Still needs to make another saving throw against that fear, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Ooh. And what was the DC? No?
17.
Oh,
17.
Yeah, 17. Nope, it's still just scared, running around the instrument room, screaming, crafting.
I am a very scary person.
Say we've had some amazing luck.
Yes.
Yeah, we've had
We had two
I'm
crits.
sorry. The guiding
All the
bolt
same
for 47 damage.
Yes.
After I was like level
Yeah.
3. I was like,
Yeah.
I wanted that as like a fuck it, let's go, but it actually crit. That was like, what?
it moves on as in the distance there's sounds of guitars and violins and cymbals crashing in the instrument room as the poor demon runs around, just getting more and more scared as it's having the worst day.
Oh, it's gonna have a worse day.
And Nurpo, it is your turn in your safety under the bed.
Nurple, stab this guy.
Okay, so cantrip minor illusion. Again, this is not verbal. But I'm using a sound illusion of my own voice, but away from me, so it's out in the corridor, and it's a scream in my own voice that just yells, "Reinforcements, attack!" Which should be loud enough for the exoskeleton to pick up. At which point, it is that was its trigger. It's going to come into action, and it's then going to start clanking and banging after the demon, who is clanking and banging inside the room, and it's going to do a force-empowered slam on that demon.
Okay, God, that demon is having the worst day. It's just going, like ramming into things, and then the exoskeleton comes to life. And it's like,
It's a 22 to hit. Does that hit?
it does, yes.
Oh, well, fuck. 1d10 plus 3, so it does 4 points of damage. And for a slam.
5 points of damage. So it hits it, so there's still and it has it in a corner now, and the demon's just sitting in the corner as the exoskeleton's towering above it is going whop, whop, whop. So, anything else on your turn?
Oh, it did that action, not me.
It did that action, not you, because it says, yeah, was that a bonus action to command it?
Well, I pre-triggered it, and then it was the minor illusion to get the sound out loud enough that it could hear. So that would be
That's an action.
That's an action. Yeah, so use minor illusion. So, what is force? What is telekinetic shove? That is a bonus action.
You can do that then.
I am going to telekinetic shove. Whoops. Okay, ignore that. Emmanuel. Yeah, 5 feet that way. Into the wall.
5 feet. Oh.
Cheers, Mountain.
Oh, I see it. There you go. Wham! Slams up.
Yeah,
And
now
it
I
has
don't know if he gets a
it's
save
like
because he's prone.
technically- I don't believe so.
It's
what
a
is the
strength.
save?
It's a strength saving throw. DC.
He is prone and not able to act, so I'm gonna say no. He just fails it.
It just
and gets
failed it.
Slammed into the wall.
Okay.
It just fails it.
Yeah. It's
And
not
as Emmanuel slams into the wall, go. What were you
No, I was
saying?
going to say it's not a damage-causing spell. It just moves him. But
Yeah. But
Okay,
you
and
still
what's-
slam him into
yeah.
the wall. move him out of the
What's
way.
happening with this guy? Whoops.
The guy in the hallway?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pissed.
he's engaged in combat. He just hasn't had much luck yet.
He's pissed.
Yeah, he's pissed, and he landed a blow against.
No, he did not.
No, he
We
didn't.
surprised them. Yes.
Yes.
Always reverse time.
Yeah, he's
Just-
really he's angry.
But if I try and run past him, he's going to get.
You would get an attack of opportunity on you. Yes.
Yes, he would. Then I'm going to. No, I'm staying under the bed. I still haven't given away where I am. I'm good.
Okay. And then, so as we move on to the next one, thank you, Mountain Haxa, for the hydrate. So we got another hydrate from Mountain Haxa, and yes, that is what that button does. That button makes us be responsible adults and drink something. We are hydrating in some way. So thank you so much for redeeming that hydrate and for being here for a silly fun adventure. We appreciate you. And next up on the initiative is that devil that is incredibly angry, and he is staring down an equally intimidating warrior. And he is going to finally get to swing his great axe. And he is going to bring that great axe over and grip it with both hands and bring it above his head and try to strike Oh, yeah, I think a 22 hits.
It does, yes.
Okay, so yes, he brings that great axe over his head and strikes down on Revjack, who most likely tries to dodge or block the blow.
I've got a shield. Trying to block it out of the way.
Shield, just boom, put down that.
It goes
Powder it. And it does 10 slashing damage. And you know what? Because of especially how badly this fight's gone, I'm gonna use bonus action and add fire to that for 2 more fire damage. And I didn't declare a multi-attack at the beginning, so yeah, that's what it does. And
I think technically it's a monster.
Yeah.
It just says
multi-attack.
You get 2 attacks.
well, thanks.
Basically, an extra attack.
By fortune.
Because the GM, when you give them free stuff, is almost certainly going
yeah,
to fail.
David's just over here like, no, you go ahead. Pharaoh, you're good, kid.
By the way,
And
guys, I'm full on Bardix again.
Yeah, not surprised. Not
Hello.
excited.
I quite like some bravery in here.
I've got that heroic temporary hit points, right? So
Yep.
I'm filled with heroic shit. And heroic.
And Nerpo, meanwhile, is cowering under the bed.
The attack, while it does hurt me, is 4 points less effective. It's less effective just because of my sheer the stories of my ancestors filling me with bravery and courage.
You
They stand up
are
for the nature.
to say you are standing to attention to ensure that you erect a monument.
Firm in my existence.
You stand tall.
Oh, yes, you stand tall. And like Emmanuel, who stands up as it's his turn now, and Emmanuel is going to stand up using half his movement from the prone position that he was put into. And he's going to stagger to his feet, blood dripping from the wound in his shoulder, and looking down at his torn ruffles and his coat that's smoldering from the multiple attacks.
So, before we continue, I have to make a Constitution saving throw for my heroes.
Oh, go for it.
Right, yeah.
Or concentration.
Concentration.
Concentration, which is concentration.
I'm currently natural funny. Never before have I seen.
Nat 1, nat 20, nat 1, nat 20, nat 1, nat 20.
So yeah, doesn't phase you in the slightest. And Emmanuel, as he staggers to his feet, just has pure, absolute, vile hatred dripping from his eyes as he looks at Iwan, who has brought so much pain down upon him. And you see his eyes begin to glow with a sort of surreal black. You wouldn't think that this color should be able to glow, but it seems to radiate beyond his face and sort of take up your field of vision. And you see his uninjured arm snap up and his red fingers twist out at you and curl up as he casts a spell, muttering something loudly and infernal at you. And you need to make
What's he say?
things. Leave me alone. I am too put off by these rolls. I'm not going to even try because I know how this is going to end. But you need to make a wisdom saving.
I'm sorry. I speak infernal. I just wanted to know.
What's the DC on that?
He says, which you understand, and it is very beautiful. Evan, what were you saying?
What's the DC on that?
The DC is DC 14.
Okay.
DC 14 wisdom saving throw.
That's a 10.
Do you not have your bardic inspiration?
I used it last turn.
Did.
No.
He did it for the attack roll.
So you
Is this?
watch as that. Well, I'll explain it to you, so you can tell me if you have any reactions or anything happens to it. But you see the black ink from his eyes grow and almost consume the entire room in your vision, and suddenly you are not in control of yourself anymore as he uses fiendish charm on you, kind of giving you a taste of your own medicine.
Uh-oh.
And you are magically charmed. The charmed target obeys Emmanuel's spoken commands. If you suffer any harm from Emmanuel or another creature receives a suicidal command, the target can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on itself. So if you get told to do something that would put your own life at risk, you can make a saving throw for it. Otherwise, this affects you for a day.
A day.
A day, rules as written. So you are under Emmanuel's control for the moment, and the only way out of it is if he injures you,
Or somebody else.
Well, no, if he injures you, oh yeah, or another creature, or yeah, if anybody damages you, it'll break, or if he told you to do something that would result in your direct harm. But he can issue commands to you in the meantime that you can follow, and he just points at Sion on the bed and says,
No shit.
and when he says that, you notice this in your charm state, which is, very clouded, but everybody else, you notice that Sion hasn't been fighting this entire time. She hasn't been in the initiative order.
I was going to say something about that.
She's on the bed, and as your eyes kind of find where Sion's been this whole time, you see the poor thing kind of in a twisted state, sitting on the bed, her muscles taut, as red sort of runes flicker in the air around her, and you notice there's runes on the clothing that she is wearing that was given to her from Emmanuel originally when she was brought here, and she mentioned this, and she is just held there by some spell ever since he walked into the room, and is suddenly your target. So that was his turn. He doesn't have a bonus action that he can. Actually, no, it would break it. He was almost going to use vicious mockery on you, but that would be a horrible idea. So no, he doesn't do anything else on his turn. So that would have been funny.
Come on, he wants to mock me. Come on.
Because it'd be great for him to be like, "You want a taste of that?" Oh shit, I broke my own spell.
Yeah.
Next up is
Revjack just went though, didn't he? Like I think we got a bit.
No,
He didn't.
Okay,
Revjack
cool.
got hit.
I did.
Oh.
I did 2 attacks while he was earlier before he went prone.
Yeah.
And I got it.
Okay, cool.
All right, I am going to. So I see this, right?
Yes.
Can I
you see-
tell that Alwyn is
Considering your experience in battle, the many heroic tales that you have told, the experience that you just have in life, yes, it's very easy to see your compatriots' eyes kind of. You don't see anything happen with Emmanuel. You see like the hand from the door of Emmanuel, and you hear the infernal, and then you just see Iwan's eyes go black and the arms go limp, kind of thing, and you know that Iwan is being controlled.
right. Do I know that damage to him will end it? It gives him another saving throw, right?
Yeah.
If he takes damage.
Yes, I would say make an intelligence check for him for that. 'Cause that's like more.
Plans? Either way, depending on what
Yeah.
the result is.
Yeah,
So straight up intelligence check.
straight up intelligence, ponder this. Have you heard of this in your many heroic tales that you have told before?
No.
You have not. So in this case, you don't know how to break a spell immediately. Okay.
So I actually have 2 attack actions.
Yep.
And just to clarify, the shoving of a creature can replace one of them.
Yes.
So I am going to try to shove this guy back 5 feet.
Okay.
It's a special melee attack.
Yep. And I believe it's opposed strength check, right?
Yeah. Instead of making an attack roll, you make an athletics check contested by their athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics or acrobatics. You got it. Okay.
Right. No.
Okay, you have another. Yeah, you can. You rush up and just slam into them, and the devil just looks down at you and does the
This time.
Okay, there we go. Oh! Rushes up and slams into the and the devil.
Stumble back a bit, and then I get my shield up, and I say, "Move, demon!" And I shove it, pushing him back 5 feet.
Okay. Got it back 5 feet.
Move forward, and then I'm going to take my movement, and I'm going to take the attack of opportunity from him.
Okay. Well, the attack of opportunity from Emmanuel.
No, I haven't left Emmanuel's threat range. I've only left.
Wait, did you leave the evidence?
Yeah, because
Yep.
I had to move from here to there.
Okay.
What's
Okay, yeah, I had to see you replay it. Okay, so yeah, as he regains his footing, he swings wild at you with the axe for an 18.
That is a miss because I'm AC 19.
Okay, and then
That's
yeah,
only-
it slams into the wood, splintering it as you duck.
Sure.
forward.
And then I'm going to move one more now, and we'll get to the attack of opportunity against me.
Okay. Poor Emmanuel. So he lashes out with his hand, with his talons, because he doesn't have his rapier and he hasn't had time to summon anything. So he just lashes out at you wildly as you rush past him.
That's right.
So
I get in that space and I turn around, I get my shield up, and I say, "You must get past me, demon." And let me see if I've got any. Okay, yeah, not quite the same thing. I think, and I actually don't think I have any bonus action spells, which is possibly an oversight on my part.
it happens sometimes.
Yeah,
It does happen.
yeah.
It's fine.
I don't have a.
Just move on to mind controlled Iwin.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's fine.
All right. Well, as you bravely, heroically take position in front of the edge, or in front of the edge of the bed, with Sion paralyzed on the bed behind you, bring that shield up, and Iwin hears you call out. And Iwin, it is your turn.
Do you want to know what my other thought
What's that?
was? To go up to her and rip her claws off. But I do not think that would be appropriate.
because of the
Because they were,
you know
because you mentioned the runes on the.
yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's
No,
actually an idea.
I had that thought
Um,
too, but
And then, as for you, Evan, for the way that this plays out, you were given a command that you're supposed to follow, but you get to take creative liberties with it because you are evil Iwin in this moment,
So
and you get to apply as much intelligence as you want to this because you're into this. So go for it.
my intelligence is a flat 10.
Okay.
And my command was to kill her. Which is average intelligence. That is
yep.
true.
Yep.
But I'm being charmed by a demon from the 6th level of hell.
But this is also not command. Like this is not you have to try to follow the letter of the word. You are enthralled by them. You're charmed by the devil. So it's like you still possess that 10 intelligence, and you are not some mindless drone that's going to walk over and go wop wop wop. So
Yeah.
you get to have some creativity with it.
Ooh, okay. But I have to. We can't have to try to attack her.
No, the goal is to kill her, but you have to do multiple things to reach that goal, most likely. So give me some evil Iwin. What does evil Iwin do?
Yeah, he'll look at Revjack. He'll bonus action. He'll bonus action command
Man.
on Revjack.
Okay. Okay. What is the one word that you utter?
Run.
Run, boy, run. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. It is a. Is it
Wisdom save.
Wisdom
DC
save.
15.
I have a wisdom save of 0.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Let's go!
Oh my god. You couldn't write. You can't
16.
write this. You can't
I'm
write this.
that pass.
I look at you straight in the eyes and I say, no.
All right. In that case, fuck
You have a bonus
rapier
action.
time. That was
there
my
anything
bonus
else?
action.
Oh,
I
that
cast
was
command as a bonus action because my mental of majesty's up for the next
okay.
minute.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make an attack on the rapier on Revjack.
Okay.
Go for it. That's what I'm here for, baby.
A 10.
I deflect it with the shield. And I look at you with solid determination.
If only I could make you enlarge. At the moment.
Maybe in some ways you already did.
Oh, shit.
Oh my
Um,
god. And with that epic standoff happening, it's Damien's in the whole.
no. I will pull out Emmanuel's fiddle, what I have practiced playing many a time, if you know what I mean. And I shall move into the room here. And playing the fiddle enough, I'll look at him and have you ever heard the
To be But to get to that space, you'll have to move. You'll get. Oh wait, no, they don't have attacks of opportunity because I tricked
No,
you.
they don't. I know.
I did it for you. Oh, that's right.
Right?
You cleared the pie.
I put the bow to fiddle and say,
Yeah.
"You heard the tale about the devil who went down to Georgia." And I start playing a song, and I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on Emmanuel.
I'm sorry I spoke up. I helped you and I didn't even know it.
Did they both use their?
They did because they both attacked
Yep.
me.
I'm out of here.
So David could move in there. I didn't realize I was doing.
Your sacrifice paves the
right.
way.
20.
Yes, that hits.
Okay, I was guessing that
His
it's
AC is 18.
second level. So that is 13 radiant damage. As I like pull out the bow and just like the bolt goes out and smashes into him.
The radiant energy smashes into him, and you see, like, especially since he is a devil and the fiendish nature, you know, radiant energy always loves when it encounters that. And you again see his skin sort of like fluctuate and crackle as he screams out in pain and just staggers to the side, staggers to the left, and staggers to the right, and looks up at you with absolute hatred.
Oh.
And
Is this your instrument? Clearly, you haven't tuned it well enough, if you know what I mean.
And as you say that, he screams as he explodes into a burst of radiant light, and there is nothing left as your eyes adjust except a massive scorch mark and a pair of boots on the ground. And Iwin, you feel the spell drop as the caster has been disintegrated. And
That was so appropriate.
in the hallway, you hear a sort of pained, gurgling scream come from, you assume, his companion, and you're suddenly out of combat.
Jack
Uh,
approaches Angel and extends a hand and says, "It is time for us to leave."
That spell takes a moment, so like almost on cue as you walk up to her, and you can see like her eyes move over to you as in sort of that terrified look as she just watched that happen and then sees you, and then finally the spell drops and she goes, "Thank you," and she reaches out and takes your hand and immediately stands up, first on the bed, and then realizes that she needs to get off the bed, and then she's down on the floor. What were you doing, Nick?
I was just gonna say, so I hope that his tuning fork is left in addition to his boots, because otherwise we're kind of
Oh,
fucked.
I've
He had the thing for
it's all right.
If only somebody had removed it somehow before. the beginning
Right.
of the fight.
I've
Oh,
it-
got it.
Wait,
with the rapier.
right. I agree. Given that there was so much happening and I was in the other room,
Oh, and Rev Jack, I must apologize. I didn't want to try to hit you, but
It is all right, much. I could see that you were under the influence.
he was very attractive.
he was.
Was.
We should mourn that.
Can you
in
give me
due
your
time.
hand?
Perhaps
Jane?
for some.
Fair
And
point.
I've sent my arm to the angel and escort her out.
She happily takes your arm and is like looking down at the bed in the soft voice that's coming out from the bed and be like, are you okay down there?
Yeah, yeah, good. Dust bunnies. All good.
Can you get out?
Yeah, well, if you could pull, that would help.
Yeah, here. I'll help you out.
Whew.
Let us leave. I think we've
Managed to
spent
get the
enough
fork.
time here.
Yeah, I got the fork, by the way.
Perfect. Let's leave, please. Are we sure our contracts were destroyed?
Did you
Well-
still have that message? Should you let Talia know that she is free to leave as well?
Oh.
Good. What's the range on message? Oh,
120 feet.
Oh, I'll send it towards the coat room.
Okay, yeah, you can send it in that direction. What are you going to say to her?
Talia, I am 95% sure your contract was destroyed. We destroyed a lot of them. We're in Damien's office. Not Damien.
Emmanuel.
To my office.
Emmanuel's office. We're leaving.
I'll take those odds. I'll be right there. And then you hear the response.
Oh my, this has been quite an adventure, hasn't it? And If only there was a way to tell this tale of hubris of a devil who sought to capture music.
So when you
And yet
guys walk,
music destroyed him.
Some of the greatest tales of heroes descending into hell and retrieving somebody and bringing them back. To
Indeed.
The world of the living.
2 people.
Don't be Orpheus.
Two.
Talia's on the way.
Oh, at that point, you all see Damien just look straight forward, and then, like, you speak to him, he will not look back. Like, no, I heard a tale once about this person who said, if you look back, you're screwed. So,
as you all step into the hallway, Revjak steps out with Sion gratefully on his arm. You notice that where that other bearded devil was, there is a similar pile of ash, but there's also a pretty gory blood splatter here as well. And you see the faint, like, reminiscent etchings of runes around it, as if something happened specifically when Emmanuel perished to this poor creature. And you're able to step over it easy enough and, walk around the corner to the office. But when you round that corner, you see a terrifying or perhaps an amusing sight, depending on your sense of humor. And you see clanking down the hallway the exoskeleton of Nerpo that's wearing somehow the, like, pointed helmet of the other demon and has, like, a blood splatter over part of it, and just, like, walking happily down
Damien
the
screams and runs.
that gets him after everything.
That was the thing that scared him more than anything else.
Yeah, I mean,
That automaton. The helmet.
Nerpo, isn't that your little fellow?
Yeah, he's back. Yay. Excellent. I was worried
And
about
he
him.
beat up that big demon by himself.
Yeah, he packs quite a punch.
and you hear the pitter patter of fast footsteps, and around the corner, right behind it, comes a very beaming, bright-eyed Talia Swiftwind, and she comes around the corner, and goes, "Oh God!" and, like, slams into the wall.
Hey.
And she, like, slides and sees the creation. And she goes, "Is it okay?"
It's all good.
It's friendly.
Oh,
Friendly.
okay. And then she's gonna run into Davian's office because she knows exactly where that room is too.
It's not my office, god damn it.
Oh, God damn it.
Damien and Emmanuel are similar names.
Now, apparently.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is I have enjoyed our adventure, but I must stay and take control of the Tower of Song because the DM has confused our names twice now, and you don't argue with fate.
I only confused the name once. It was the rest of us. It was Evan who confused.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Right.
So you guys can move down
Let's
to the
get the
portal
fuck
room
out
if
of
you
here.
wish, because I
Yes.
assume that's where you're headed.
Yes, let's get out of here.
I've revealed it on the map because for some reason, that wasn't revealed either this time. So everything's revealed for you now. And yeah, you guys walk into Damien's very taut office.
I've started something that we cannot stop.
You walk into Emmanuel's tossed office. The book,
If it
all
was
every
my
single book
office,
from
it would just
every
be skulls and Shakespeare.
Yes. Every single book has been pulled from the shelves. The rug has been flipped over. The painting was ripped multiple times. There's bits of stone. There's a lot of stone on the floor by the portal door. You all noticed. You have no idea why,
Interesting.
but there's lots of stone, like somebody had chipped away at the stone. But you don't know why.
Hmm.
And you all walk into the portal room, and you are all greeted by the stark white, like, gray speckled marble of this room, with this otherworldly sort of half crescent portal there that some of you have seen before, and it has a mix of different runic writings engraved on it. And you stand before it with the tuning fork in Nerpo's hand.
Nerpo, will you do the honors?
Yeah, Nerpo. Takes it down to the floor and then just goes doing.
As you do that, Nerpo, so you bend down, you prepare to strike the tuning fork against the floor, as the relief most likely is washing over you at this point from this very, very long, thrilling, epic, terrifying day that you've had. What are you thinking of for where you want to go with this portal? In this moment, what song comes into mind from what specific tavern? What part of Faerun calls to your heart? Where are you going to send everybody as you tap that fork?
Who?
I
mean,
don't think our tale is over yet.
He started this day in Baldur's Gate. He's gonna end this day in Baldur's Gate. in the square that he ran into the fountain, there is a tavern which he retreats to after the end.
Now is this the yawning portal? Is this one you made up? What tavern is this? Give me some extra flavor on that.
Oh,
Awning
goodness.
portal is water deep.
It is water deep. You know what I mean.
This is caress.
We're streaming this online. If Nick hadn't said it, somebody in the comments.
I know somebody would, but I'm asking James. James gets the can't. If James says yawning portal, you're going to water.
No, what? No. It's no.
Or it's one that James made up in Baldur's Gate, because you can do that.
Yeah, no. It's in Baldur's Gate, and
Okay.
oh, come on, Bards, give me a name.
The Smashing Pumpkin.
I was gonna say the virulent vixen, but the smashing pumpkin.
I'm good with the smashing pumpkin.
Okay, then yes, you.
And
think
it
that's
is
last-
it is the loudest, rowdiest bar where he can get away with
Yeah.
playing his music and entertaining, and nobody can quite tell if it's in tune or out of tune or anything else. It's just sort of mixed in with the din.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so then yeah, you think of that lovely din the last time you were enveloped by it before your contract came due, and you tap it bong, against the marble floor, and even though it's a crisp, clean, clear note, you can hear the din of the Smashing Pumpkin in there, and you just kind of feel like you feel joy. You want to smile a little bit as you stand up, and as you stand up and hold that tuning fork up, all of you watch as a sea of like little bits of the weave and musical notes come together underneath this half crescent, and shortly after there's a curtain of sort of water hanging there. It looks like water, and you see a fuzzy, blurry tavern on the other side.
I know that place.
I don't know about you, but a fuzzy, blurry tavern is my favorite spot.
Yeah, it's the Smashing Pumpkin. It's a great place. Bit loud, perfect.
Do they pay their performers?
Oh yeah,
Perfect.
and they throw things at him.
I
But-
say we go and watch the performers.
I say we get out of here.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
But it's my tower, apparently. No, I'm kidding. I mean,
All right. So then as soon as Damien darts through the portal, Talia is going to see somebody go through it and just kind of shrug and run after. Sion doesn't seem to be in a rush. She just seems to be recovering from everything and happily on Revjack's arm and just waits for Revjack to go through. But it sounds like one by one you're stepping through the
Yeah.
portal to the Smashing Pumpkin.
Let's escort her.
Okay.
I hear they do a great cover of Landslide.
the tavern?
Mm.
At the Smashing Pumpkin.
They're known for
A
it.
great cover. They're known for their cover of this of Landslide.
Oh. So one by one, you guys step through the portal. The stink of Avernus, even though it's masked by many perfumes and wonderful smells in the Tower of Song, the brimstone and everything else following you through. There's only that quick moment of being disoriented as you step through it, and all of a sudden you're standing behind the very tall bar in the Smashing Pumpkin in Baldur's Gate in Faerun, and it is a rowdy place. You step in and are immediately awash in the sounds of a massive group of bards playing on the stage. You have to even take a moment to just right your senses with how noisy it is in here, but you also get assaulted with wonderful smells of ale, fresh meats, and just the salty sea air of Baldur's Gate. And you're just standing there behind this part of the bar that's not occupied right now, looking at one of the other as if you walked out of the kegs that are in the wall, and there's no sign of the portal.
Revjack will try and take a stage.
Oh, so
Okay.
I would actually go up with him because it feels like there needs to be tragedy.
Actually, he might actually invite everybody. You'll motion
Yes.
for everybody to join.
Okay.
I was also going to say I'm going to pass around the 3 bottles I stole from Emmanuel.
Sure.
Look,
So
we're
up to the stage, off the mead. Damien's handing out these bottles. We'll stand up, all of us, and Revjack will begin. Have we got a tale to tell you?
Yes, climb up on stage, everybody following you, Sion still on your arm. Dahlia ends up grabbing an instrument that's sitting on the counter and follows as well. And we have that beautiful wide camera shot of the whole group on the stage. Revjack dead center as the camera zooms in, and Revjack says that. And an uproarious roar goes around the Smashing Pumpkin for a tale that is about to be told. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is like a Bard Out of Hell with these amazing.
Cheers.
Thank you, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers, eh?
Cheers.
We made it out of hell.
My
It's
God,
a pity we didn't die.
Oh my god.
for to you maybe.
James, stop saying that with that tone to all the things I say. It makes me feel like a terrible person. And I love
James
it.
is, yeah, James.
And
Thank
I
you.
like it.
Thank you all so much for being here with us tonight and being with us here through this multi-shot. I have never had Bard Outta Hell go 2 sessions, let alone 3, but I will have to say that this is probably the most epic session, and it has been absolutely amazing. Thank you to all the audience members that have been here with us through the multiple times. Thank you to all of you if you're watching this in the future on YouTube or our shorts or anything like that. And thank you to this amazing cast of bards who brought some amazing, memorable bards that I think we all love them so much. They are going to need, we're going to need to see them in other games. And
Yes.
there is a sequel that is in the works to Bard Outta Hell.
So
that I think that we need to bring this group back for here in
Yes.
the future.
So if I may, I was about to say,
Yes.
one,
please.
totally. Next time that life interferes or that, I don't know, anything happens, these bards will continue their adventure. Number 2, I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all pop in and chat with us at some points in time. We do enjoy just screwing around a little bit. And point number 3, say goodnight, Emmanuel.
Good night,
And fuck you, Jill DeRay.
Good night, Emmanuel. Fuck you, Jill DeRay. Thank you, everybody, for being
Good
here with
night,
us.
everybody.
Have a great week. Indara should be back. We'll have some great content for you next week, Thursday, 7 p.m., 6:30 p.m. PST.
Is it
Yes.
Eastern or PST?
6:30
Oh my
p.m.
god, yeah, I'm
PST.
sorry, PST.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
if it was 6:30, yes,
It's late.
Yeah.
It's late.
Yeah, no, it is late, but thank you all. That's like a Bard Outta Hell. Actually, what I think we should say tonight, we said all those other things, but good night, Revjack. Good night, Nurpo. Good night, Iwan, and good night, Damien. You are all amazing. Good night.
Why the pause? I am so offended right now.
It was a dramatic
all good.
pause.
A dramatic pause.
And we're done.
And we're done.